So what is going on, Phantxm Army? Is your boy Phantxm Stilts. Today we are going to talk about why this is not a new topic that we're going to delve into either. We're going to talk about why Xbox as a sect of Microsoft is hemorrhaging and losing money left and right. They're pissing off their customers. They're just not doing a very good job, and it's starting to seriously wear on me. So today we're going to talk about 3 or 4 points of why this is happening, and it's very clear cut why this is happening. This is no secret, and it's not anything that anybody should be surprised about. So I hope you guys are ready. We're going to dive right into it. Here we go, guys.
I make it go.
So the first point I want to delve into is obviously the sales of both Xbox as a sect of Microsoft, because a lot of people think Microsoft and Xbox are one thing. They're actually 2 different entities. Xbox is just the sect of Microsoft that is the gaming side and the video game side of Microsoft. It's not just one thing. You don't just call Microsoft Microsoft and Xbox Xbox. They're 2 separate entities. They just happen to be part of the same company as a whole as Microsoft. So when you're looking at total sales, you're looking at the entirety across all generations, across the entirety of the company's life, the lifespan of Xbox as a sect of Microsoft, and then PlayStation itself. So as of December 2018, right before the year ended, PlayStation 4 total sales was at 91.6 million sales of everything PlayStation. Xbox is sitting at 41.2 million. That's less than half of what PlayStation is doing right now in total sales. To give you even more perspective, the Switch sales is at 30.2 million. The Switch is closing on an Xbox. How long has the Switch been out? 2, maybe 3 years? This is bad. This is horrible. If Switch is catching up to you in 2 years lifetime sales, and Xbox has been around since 2001, we have a serious problem on our hands. Well, not my hands, Xbox's hands. Now this is the thing, it's Xbox total sales, so we're not talking about just consoles, because we all know that PlayStation triples in console sales every single year, beating Xbox out. But the fact that you have a Nintendo Switch, which is a great console, don't get me wrong, I've never really been a huge Nintendo guy. Granted, it was my first system. The first game I ever played was Super Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64, but Nintendo has never really been my cup of tea. Xbox is what I started out with, more or less. I started out with the Nintendo 64, then I went to GameCube, and then I went to the original Xbox, the OG Xbox, which I actually still have, by the way. It's actually sitting right here to my left. But the fact that you have a console and the Nintendo Switch that's no more than 2 to 3 years old and is almost catching up to you, is only 11 million and some change behind you as far as total net sales, you have a serious problem on your hands, Phil Spencer. Quoting Don Knotts, you need to nip this in the bud. Like, this is bad, dude. And if we're talking about total sales, we have to talk about monthly sales. You can't just look at it on a yearly basis. Oh, maybe they had a bad month. Maybe they had this, maybe had that. If you look at their monthly sales, which I'm looking at right now, as of 2018 in December, right before the year ended again, PlayStation 4's monthly sales was almost 3 million total units sold. If you look at Xbox, they're 1.3 million. And to put it in even bigger perspective of how well the Switch is actually doing, it's at 5.2 million units sold. So if you look at the monthly sales, the Switch is absolutely kicking butt and taking names, but if you look at total sales over across the lifespan, Switch actually might surpass PlayStation. Now, I know it's a far-fetched idea. PlayStation will always be the Mac Daddy, and they've always been the Mac Daddy. Since they came out with the PS1, they've been killing both Nintendo and Xbox, and it's not even close. Xbox is literally doing half of the sales, total net sales, that PlayStation is doing. Xbox, get your stuff together, please. The next point we're going to talk about, the second point I want to get into, is their games with gold that Xbox keeps doing. So you guys started off really well. You were giving us games like Outlast, Layers of Fear, I Am Alive. Like, your lineups were pretty good. I mean, they're outdated games, but they're games that everybody likes, especially me. Like, I loved Layers of Fear. I thought it was a great game. I loved Outlast. I love the Outlast series. Those games, you guys were doing well for a while. You had sort of some steam in your engine. Now you're sort of like petering out and rolling to a sudden stop. Like, the games that you guys are putting out on Xbox Gold are crap. For better or worse, they're crap. The problem with games with gold is that you're putting out games that nobody wants to play. I think I can speak for the entire community that Xbox is just, I think they're sort of scattering. I don't think they really know what they're doing at this point. I mean, I'm sure there's a plan. They have like a general idea of what they're trying to do. But Phil Spencer even came out and told the entire Xbox community that they're turning into an entertainment company. They're not, video games aren't their top priority. Like they're trying, like, what was the whole thing with the Kinect? That's one thing I will never understand. What was the Kinect supposed to be? Was that supposed to be like, because even the PlayStation camera killed that thing. The Kinect was a complete disaster. It was like this minute thing that came with your Xbox. Like the whole Kinect sports and all that stuff, it was great for a while, but it sort of petered out like Wii Sports did. Now Wii Sports, I would totally play Wii Sports over anything Kinect wise because the sensors were better. The Wii was so well done from a motion standpoint that it's not even close to what Xbox did. The Kinect had so many problems. The fact that people, if you try to trade in a Kinect, they're not even taking it anymore because nobody wants it. It's outdated, the technology was spotty at best, and it never worked. And if you're looking at games with gold, obviously you have to look at what PlayStation is doing in their PlayStation Plus lineup. So PlayStation Plus this month, as of this morning, PlayStation Plus as of this morning has released For Honor, and they've released Hitman: The Complete First Season. Two great games. For Honor is updated almost monthly and sometimes even weekly, and Hitman is a great series. Hitman is a series that a lot of people love. Now to look at the other end of the spectrum of games that nobody wants to play. I mean, if you're looking for a retro game, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon isn't a bad game to play. But the other ones on here, I mean, Super Bomberman is okay. The only reputable game that I would want to play on this list is Assassin's Creed Rogue, and even that game's not that good. Jedi Knight Jedi Academy is from how long ago? Like, come on, Xbox. You gotta give us something that we want to sink our teeth into. These games are nothing, nobody wants to play these games. And the last point I want to touch on is the exclusive games. Xbox, please sit down and take a number and some notes from PlayStation because they are absolutely killing it in the exclusive market. The only reason I got a PlayStation 4 was the fact they have the exclusive games. Horizon Zero Dawn, The Last of Us, Marvel Spider-Man, God of War series. Like, these are games that people go out and buy a PS4 for. Xbox, you don't have any of those games. The last game you had that was an exclusive that people got excited about, or a game that's going to come out that people can get excited about, was Sea of Thieves. It was a huge train wreck for Xbox. Sea of Thieves turned into something we never thought it was going to. We thought, oh, a game from Rare. This is going to be the rebirth. This is the exclusive that Xbox and Xbox fans have been looking for. No. Sea of Thieves was atrocious. And I actually played Sea of Thieves for like a day and didn't like it at all. Was not my cup of tea. Wasn't a lot of people's cup of tea. The game got hammered by fans. The only game that might save, I mean, saving is a strong word. Saving is a very strong word for Xbox right now. But the only game that might give them some clout and say, oh, this is our next exclusive, we're going to turn it around from here, might be Crackdown 3 that comes out in the middle of this month. Now that's an exclusive game for Microsoft. This might be a game, a lot of people like Crackdown, a lot of people like the first and the second one. 3 is supposed to be even better than those two, so maybe they'll turn it around, but from what I see, Xbox needs to do something and do something fast. So I wish you Godspeed, Xbox. Phil Spencer, I hope you can turn it around. I really do, because I love Xbox to death, but you guys are making this relationship so hard for us to bear. It's really beyond words. Today we touched on only 3 topics that is the reason why Xbox is sort of failing right now. It's been failing for a long time. They're taking on water, and I don't see them resurfacing really at any point in time in the near future. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys didn't take it too seriously. But this is a serious problem that people need to be aware of, that people are already aware of. This is not a new topic. We're sort of rehashing a topic, but I feel it needs to be commented on more often than not so Xbox and Microsoft can actually fix and right the ship. It's not an antagonizing view that I'm trying to have. It's a critical view. And it's coming from a fan that's always been an Xbox person and is just newly a PlayStation person. So I'm sort of behind the 8 ball when it comes to being what's popular and trendy. But I want Xbox to right the ship. I want them to come back from the dead. And they need to make a conscious effort. Listen to their fans. and listen to what people are telling them rather than trying to do it their own way, which I get that. Trust me, I understand that Xbox has a moniker, they want to do it their way. I understand that, but at some point, you have to take what fans are telling you, what people are telling you with a grain of salt, and just give people what they want. Because, like it or not, they're losing fans. They're losing people left and right, and I want to see them right the ship. I want to see them grow back into a respectable gaming company. Anyways, without any further ado, thank you guys so much for listening to the rant. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you guys are brand new to the channel. That way you guys don't miss any content of live streams, reaction videos, even rants like this, where I sort of go on a tear. But this is your boy Phantxm. I will see you guys on the next video. Take care, guys.
I make it go.